Hi, it is day 14, or rather 2 weeks into homelessness. My eyes are burning real bad. I dozed off earlier. Anyway, just like I said in the other videos, it's me and my ex-husband. Anyway, right now we're parked at a Walmart. The Walmart is getting, for me, very, very old, because I'm having to use the bathroom a lot, and a lot of times I'm having to wake up after Walmart is already closed, and then I got no place to go to the bathroom. All the gas stations in this area, all the restrooms are completely blocked off. So I end up having to, we're in, of course, I don't know if I've made this clear before, but we're in separate vehicles anyway. So I wake up sometimes, and it varies. Sometimes I'll be 4 a.m. when I wake up. Sometimes it'll be 2 a.m. Sometimes it'll only be a midnight, whatever. It's always after Walmart's closed. Anyway, and I always use the bathroom right before, is close to closing as possible. So like 10:30, whatever, quarter to 11. And I still end up having to go to the bathroom every couple of hours. I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not drinking any liquid. At this point, I am going almost an entire day without drinking anything. No water, nothing, because I'm having to go to the bathroom so much. And then I don't have access to restrooms. So at nighttime, I've either got to try to hold it, which is almost impossible. I really can't. And I mean, I can hold it until I go to get to a restroom, but I can't like hold it for hours without going to the bathroom. Anyway, that's a big problem right now. And my ex, he really, really likes Walmart. And I've always liked Walmart. I've always, over the years, when I traveled, would stop at Walmart quite frequently. But that was when they were 24 hours, or I didn't have an issue, or it's summer, and I feel like I can get by and, and not have to use the restroom, or there's a gas station nearby. I was at one place in West Virginia. It was right. It was like Walmart was on one end, and a Sheetz gas station, which is 24 hours, was on the other. But anyway, so this is where I'm at now. It's getting really, really old. I wake up in the middle of the night having to use the restroom, and all of the restrooms in this area, for whatever reason, they completely block the bathrooms off. I don't know if it's because there's a big homeless problem here, a homeless population. I don't know, but they all block their restrooms off. So there's no access to any restrooms. The closest restroom there's a truck stop and the rest area. I really do not like this truck stop. It's kind of, don't really like it. But anyway, it's the same distance, really. I end up having to hop on the interstate and drive almost 10 miles to get to a restroom, and I'm at that point where I'm like, I've had it. I don't know what to do. I mean, I feel like, because I have the only other option for me now. Last night I had upset stomach, so I definitely had to find a working bathroom. I had to have a bathroom, but even so, the police go through this area a lot. So even if I were okay with just getting out next to the car and just popping a squat next to the car, there's always, the police run through here so much that, and of course there's a lot of other people too, but I don't really worry that much about them. But of course, maybe safety issue, that could be a problem if they're, a safety issue, for some whatever. You never know. But the biggest issue is, I'm afraid, I just jump out next to the car. If if the police see me, that's an indecent exposure charge. I'm being arrested. I'm going to get arrested and go to jail. So that's an issue. And then of course if there's some nefarious person standing around, or happens to be in the parking lot, that sees me, that could not be a good situation either. But so neither one's a good situation. I can't really there are no bushes, so I can't, there are no bushes in this area, so I can't just run and pop into some bushes either. So this is, and I know he's gotten used to Walmart. He really likes Walmart, but I am at that point where I can no longer do Walmart. Walmart once in a while. As far as the bathroom, I think it's me having to urinate a lot. I think it has to do with the fact that it's cold, and it is very cold. In fact, tonight is going to be like 28. Tomorrow night is going to be dropped down to 17 degrees, and that's another thing. But even when I let my engine idle, which I'm having to do some to stay warm, you know, and when I was traveling, I would not travel in cold areas. I just took off and went to someplace warmer, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, wherever it was warmer. I just did not stay. I was, traveling. I would travel to other areas. But now that I've stayed in my car and like slept in my car and traveled and did all that stuff, sometimes for weeks. When I went out west, out to California, I was in my car for like probably weeks, probably months. And that didn't really faze me. That didn't really bother me, because I knew, at some point after a month out on the road, or 2 months or whatever, even sleeping in my car, I'm not sure if that was classified as living in a car. People do call it, YouTubers definitely call it that, but I'm not really sure that that's what it was classified as. But I had I eventually, my eyes are burning. My apologies. Anyway, eventually I would come home. I'd go home, and I'd be at home for a few weeks or whatever. And then sometimes hold on. My light just went off. So anyway, I'm getting ready to leave here. It's kind of in the middle of the night. I got to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to head on off to the rest area or whatever, cuz I got to find a bathroom. Anyway, but that there was always that safety net, where I could go home, and I'd be home for a few weeks before I headed back out. And my job, of course, kept me on the road too. Anyway, and that's about it. There was a couple things I know that I've talked a lot in my videos about my aunt, but which I'm not taking care of her right now. Someone else is staying with her, another family member, so I can't go there. Not right now, not until it's later, and we're trying to get her moved from West Virginia to Oklahoma anyway. So that's something anyway else. But and I'm in litigation too, so because of that, I haven't really been able to leave this area. By the mid-December, I'm hoping that we can. His issue, my ex, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't think he's going to be able to, because his car is just not. It's reliable enough to drive around town, but there's been so many issues with the car. I don't think that trying to take it out on the highway would be a really good idea, or traveling very far in it. He drives it around town, and that's one reason that we don't go to the rest area, which is not that far. It's only about 10 miles out, but there is some things that still need to be done to the car. He's got to take it in, get a couple things done, but it's had issues with dying in the road, and if you let it idle too long, or runs too long. So there's been a lot of issues. We don't know if that's the battery terminal, or there's other issues, because the place he took it to, a couple places, they never could figure it out. Anyway, so that's where we stand there. So that's one reason Walmart's really close. And we're not going that far. So we come to Walmart. The big issue is that, is I'm having to wake up in the middle of the night and head to the rest area or the truck stop, which is 10 miles away, to go to the restroom in the middle of the night. And that's getting kind of old. That's getting very old. And it's just further, everything's just kind of more spread out here anyway. So that's another thing, and there's nothing I can do about that. But I'm getting tired of the Walmart not having access to the bathroom. There's no restroom. They're not open 24 hours anymore. And I'm I'm a little iffy about just popping a squat next to the car. There's still people driving through, even in the middle of the night. There's still people coming through. The police come through a lot. And that's just something I'm a little, I don't, I know a lot of people. He's like, it doesn't, my ex, he's like, oh, it's no big deal. There's no bathroom around here. Yeah, try to explain that to a cop when they're putting handcuffs on you, whatever. He just, it's not something, he just doesn't understand that. And it's no big deal for him because he can just use a bottle. He just uses a Gatorade bottle, and in the middle of the night. That's what he can't wait all night either. So he just uses a bottle. Well, I'm a woman and I can't use a Gatorade bottle. So anyway, I don't have the plumbing for a Gatorade bottle. Anyway, so that's where I'm at, and I'm here about ready to leave. Gotta find me a potty. I don't know why all these gas stations are shutting off completely. I mean, they like chain the bathroom doors closed. I mean, that's ridiculous. But anyway, so that's where I'm at, and I'll probably come back. I noticed I hadn't done one in a couple weeks, so maybe, and I got a lot of work to do too. So that's I've been that, and I haven't been really getting that done. But anyway, so I'll be back in the next video, and I'll probably talk a little more about whatever's going on. I know it's really, really cold here. I mean, for me, it's not like up north, but dropping down to 20 at night or in the teens, that's cold. That's bad. Anyway, for me. And so, anyway, I will bring this video to an end. I hope everyone has a good week. God bless. Peace.